Hi, Ellie, and everyone at the Gelogia stream. All the Orville fans, how are you? This is Scott Grimes, aka Gordon Malloy. Thank you so much for watching this. We are all about our fans. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for our fans. We are in the middle of third season. We were in the middle of doing the third season, but something came up while we were filming. But we're going to continue. It's going to be the best season ever. Hope you enjoy this YouTube channel. This is Captain Gordon Malloy saying...
Excuse me.
Oh, shit.
Captain?
Sorry, Commander.
That's right.
This is Lieutenant. What are you? You're Commander.
I'm Commander.
Commander, sorry, yeah. This is Lieutenant Gordon Malloy saying thank you, and I hope you enjoy the channel. I'm sorry that I swore, Commander.
Get out of my seat.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hello, Orville family. So, you guys don't even know, I could cry. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here with all of you and get our family nights back on track. It's been an interesting past couple of weeks. I will say that, to say the least. I want to say hi to Mr. J's Wild Ride, Kapla, Birthprey. Hello, Darth. Hello, DJ or Deej. I recovered. I'm alive. And like I said, I'm really, really happy to be here. Like, you guys don't even know. The whole time, not the whole time, but a good majority of the time I was missing you guys and wishing that I could just be here to talk with you, right before I got sick. This is the episode that I wanted to do, and I couldn't do it. This is my favorite episode though, and I hope you guys are all ready to talk about it. Really want to hear all your opinions and views and ideas. So, hi Kai, good to see you. Hi Louise, I'm very happy to see you, my dear. First thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I don't know if you know, her username on Twitter is Moira Kitty. Really, really awesome lady. Love her to death. She's not going to be here tonight, I don't think, because she's traveling a little bit. But, okay, this is so cool. This is so cool. I got these while I was sick, and it was like the best picking up ever. But she sent me these. What? Look at that. It's the New Beginnings Part 1 and Part 2. And I've been like, ah. So she sent me these comic books. Thank you so much, Moira, if you're watching this on the replay. I really appreciate it. I do believe she is still selling comic books and even some of her paintings. She's very, very talented. So I encourage you guys to check her out. I'll tag her in a tweet on Twitter or something so that y'all can go find her and ask about that. But yeah, she has comic books, she has paintings, so definitely hit her up about it. Hello. Yes, again, thank you so much for being here, my dear. Hello, Dee Dee Myers. Really happy to have all you guys here. Seriously, I wasn't kidding. It's like a family reunion for me. And so you guys know how much I love you and how you get me by every week. So here we are again. So without further ado, let us get into lasting impressions. Again, one of my favorite episodes. There's a lot that happens in this episode. There's an on the surface message, and there's also an under the surface message if you want to look for it and find it. But my first question, definitely, already asked on Twitter, tell me what you put in the time capsule for people to see and learn about hundreds of years in the future. I think, who was it? Somebody said like Alf stuffed animal, whatever thing. I know Johnny would put in the Orville, but we're going to make him choose one season. If you're in the audience, Johnny, you have to choose one season of the Orville. Season 1 or season 2. to go in the time capsule. Personally, I have no idea what I put in the time capsule. I'm going to be real honest. I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I really don't know what I could put to make an impact on anyone's life. I guess I could put my phone in there. That would be interesting. Might have to delete some stuff first. But so tell me in the chat. I'm not seeing anything come up. You guys tell me, what do you put in a time capsule for people hundreds of years in the future to see? I wonder if my chat is having issues. That might be it. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about something really, really serious. There's something super duper serious that this episode brings up, and it is the fact that we have been using WTF wrong for many, 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 many years. Okay? Because I thought it meant one thing. But this actually, it means, let me see here, wireless telecommunications facility. Guys, we've been using WTF like all wrong. We need to get on that. It's fascinating. So, hi Peggy, good to see you. Again, the question is to you guys, what do you put in the time capsule? If someone also, hi Mondo, so happy to see you here as well. WTF, really? It means wireless whatever. Yes. Telecommunications facility. I have a book of stuff I've been working on for years. Could drop that in one, please. Mr. J, go ahead and throw your book in there, and let people in the future get to know you. You know, one of the things about the episode is Laura said that she would want to be remembered. That would be like her great accomplishment, is to be remembered even after she's gone. And I'm kind of just curious what you guys would want to be remembered for. Bye, DJ. Deej, thanks for showing up. Always put a newspaper in a time capsule, but it has to be a fake one. Hi, Mac. Hi, Trey. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Hello, Trey. Thank you so much for being here, my brother. Definitely put a fake newspaper in the time capsule. I don't know why. That's gonna mess everybody up in the future, but maybe they'll figure it out. Birthprey's just mean. Hello, Dave. Hello. I'm so happy to see you guys all here. You don't even know. But again, seriously, in the time capsule, I don't know, maybe I'd put one of my paintings or a song I wrote, because art's like really important to me. Maybe that's something I put in the time capsule. But seriously, I don't know what I'd want to be remembered for. What would Ellie would be remembered for loving the Orville. That's what would happen. I know, I feel like I haven't seen any of you guys in so long either. Again, I apologize. It's been crazy past couple of weeks. A lot of touch and go there for a while. But I'm here. I made it. I'm really overwhelmed. Honestly, right now, I'm hiding it very well. I'm really overwhelmed that I get to see you guys again. And Trey is saying hi to everyone. Oh, hi, Amber. I didn't see you. You snuck in there. Peggy would put a copy of the DNA strand of all animals on Earth. A recorded Noah's Ark. That's something. I like that, Peggy. In case something goes extinct. Could make like Jurassic Park, except animals of now. Just kidding. I don't know. So yes, that we've been doing WTF all wrong, which is great. And now I know you don't have to share too much. But if someone if someone were to look through your phone 400 years in the future, you want to share maybe like what they find, what the last text message they would see was, I don't know, something fun like that. If they can figure out how to turn it on, you know, that might not be very easy. Yes, we're all glad that everyone's here. I don't know if that was for me, but thank you if it was. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we're all here again. You guys don't even know. But what would someone see if they went through your phone right now? You don't have to answer, actually, if you're not comfortable answering. I'm just a little curious, a little food for thought at the end of the day. And there's Birthprey being like super duper practical, thank you. In a real world situation, the battery would leak and possibly destroy your phone. That's true. Now the whole episode's just ruined. Let's shut it down. It's done. Thank you, Birthprey. Just kidding. So there's one thing in the episode that I wanted to kind of bring up, and I thought it was interesting. It's not something that's super obvious. But as Gordon's getting to know Laura, she said something to the extent of how she really hates being in sales. And he was genuinely shocked by this. Okay, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but do you think maybe in the future, people don't, is it work to live or live to work? People actually like their jobs. People don't do things that make them miserable so much in the future. Is that something that we have to evolve into, is to actually enjoy what we do in our lives? So what are we? It's okay, Bert, it's okay. I was just messing with you. I was just messing with you. Peggy would also put copies of her favorite shows in there. Would they be able to watch them? I mean, I guess, it's not so crazy for a DVD player to go outside. I mean, where can you find a VHS player anymore? But, so anyways, I was just thinking about that, because I don't believe in being miserable. And I know a lot of the time, and I really don't want to upset anyone, but I know a lot of the time we kind of have this tendency to say, I have to do what I have to do to live, to survive, but is it possible that there is a future and a reality where everyone just does what they not love, but they're not miserable doing it? They're not miserable figuring their lives out. I was just kind of thinking about that, because Gordon's reaction to Laura saying, oh, I hate sales, and he's kind of like, well, then why do you do it? Just wondering about that. A little food for thought. That's very true. That's very true, Birthprey. There are jobs that have to be done, but maybe there are people who actually like doing those jobs. And maybe the people who hate doing those jobs can do a job they'd actually like. So the people who like doing the jobs that the other people hate can have a job that they like to do. I'm going to lose myself here. I'm going to stop. Time out. I'm going to lose myself. And something about messaging on Discord. There's that. So I just wanted to throw a little food for thought out there. What would somebody see on your phone if they were allowed to look through it? What would you want them to see? What would you put in a time capsule? I mean, we've been doing time capsules for so long. I've never actually thought about what I would put in one. And start using WTF appropriately. Thank you. Let's get in just real quick. Cigarettes. If I think it was Tink. Is Tink in here? I don't think Tink's in here. But she said she would put a vape pen in the time capsule. So that's cool. That's kind of like cigarettes. But the Mocklins have a very addictive personality, or they get not personality. Sorry, their structure and makeup. Or is that so they get a cigarette and they just want more and more and more? And it's kind of cool that in the future that you can just take a shot or something and you're good. You're not addicted anymore. So I thought that was kind of a cool part. And it was a fun part, right? We like the hiding of the cigarettes, the little pillowcase, shake out all the cigarettes. So it was a fun part to the episode. But let's talk about what was so huge about the episode. And that is Laura and Gordon. And falling in love with a hologram. Okay, so in the chat, you guys, you tell me, was it real? Was this relationship a real relationship? You know, Gordon said if Claire basically can date artificial intelligence, a robot, and have that be real, why can't I date a hologram, a simulator? It's all real because it came from her phone. It wasn't programmed by anyone. Was it real? And, oh, positive candor. I did not see you. Hi. Hello, my number one. That's something we actually really have to think about. And I'm sorry, this episode is more about you guys and what you think, because I'm very firm in what I believe this episode was about. So I really wanted to get to know what you guys thought about this episode before I get into all of mine. And something I'm really curious about, and I've kind of talked about this on Twitter, I've tweeted about it before. If you have the opportunity to get to know everything about someone, their life, their mannerisms, their quirks, what makes them tick, what makes them beautiful, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and run the risk of falling in love with that. But you know you can never, ever, ever be with them. Do you do it? And if so, why? And if not, why? You know? Are you setting yourself up for heartbreak or an experience? Happiness or sorrow? And everybody's just saying hi to Positive Candor because he's the best in the whole wide world. That's something I wondered about with this episode. I think some of us have a tendency to fall into relationships that aren't considered real to the real world and things like that. So is it worth it if you knew you never actually know that person? You never actually get to be with them. You never be able to have the real them. Is the experience worth it? Yes and again says program failure would be catastrophic. That's so true. Oh my God, I love you. That's so true. I mean, the simulator goes down during your date or something. Dear God. Um, Dee Dee Myers thinks it would be a really great experience, and I have to agree. In my opinion, life is about the experiences, the emotions, the things we feel. It's not ever going to be about the things that we have. That's my opinion. It's not about the things or the money or the people. It's about the experiences and feelings that we have. Now, those things will help to bring experiences, but it's still inside every single one of us to decide how we interpret that experience, to decide what we take away from it. So how do you look at it? I agree with Dee Dee Myers. I think it would be an amazing experience. I think you could walk away from it knowing something better about yourself and your ability to love and who you truly are at the end of the day. Because to a certain extent, Gordon could have had it his way or relatively close to it. So who are you at the end of the day when it comes to experiences? Mr. J's Wild Ride says the experiences we collect help create who we are. Take some away, will you be the same person? I personally don't think it would. I'm actually getting to that. Thank you, Mr. J. Definitely all the experiences that we have in life help to make up who we are. And again, it's what we decide to take away from them. It's our matter of perception and everything that comes along with that. So I guess my answer to the question, given the opportunity, would you want to find out exactly what someone you're really interested in, who they are, their life, and all its intimate details, knowing you can never be with them, never have them? Would you do it? And I say yes. And that's because of the experience. I don't believe love is a thing to have. I think it's something to feel. So that's my opinion when it comes to all that. So again, Laura thinks the most amazing thing in life would be to be remembered. When you think about, after you're gone, or years and years and years in the future, or even right now, does any other experience really matter besides your own? Think about that, okay? So, you live in your body. You live your life every day. Gordon says he justifies all this getting to know Laura and doing the simulator and all these things because he says that you look at these images, you look at these messages, you look at these things from other people's lives and people's of the past, and you realize that they were actually people. And I think just in our day-to-day lives, we have a tendency to forget that, like Mr. J over here or Darth Haster, hello Darth, I thought I said hi Darth, that like, yeah, you're a person. I know you talk, we're friends, we're family, we're this, we're that. But do you really know a person to the point, sorry, I'm trying to bring this around, to the point where emotions and feelings can be related to that? Is it selective to certain people? Can we all be a part of each other's energy and existence? Do you look at someone else and put yourself in their shoes and feel for them? And does that justify being really crazy obsessed with a hologram in a simulator and missing work and getting a call on your 21st century cell phone on the deck. What is it you guys want to be remembered for? I already asked that with the time capsule. What do you want people to look back, realize you're a human being, and what it was about your life that was worth remembering? Kind of, again, food for thought. Going back to love being an emotion and an experience. Does it matter more how love looks or love feels? And we've kind of already, I say it matters more how it feels. But is a relationship really a relationship without two people actually being together? Without that actual physical connection, I guess. Can a relationship be real without any of that? Can you really call it a relationship if it's worlds apart? Is it decades, centuries, whatever, centuries apart? Is it a real relationship? You really say that you're with someone when you're never actually with them. Think about it for a second. Emotions. How powerful are emotions, I guess, when it comes to that? It's fake. It's a fake relationship. Birthprey says it's a fake relationship. Because I'm guessing because never he was dating an NPC in that game. I don't know how much I'd actually agree with that, just for the simple fact that like Laura's program was written 100% by her, right? It wasn't programmed or written by anyone else, not till the end, and we're getting to that next, but Dee Dee Myers and I are just like soulmates. Hi, Sir Spade. Sorry, I didn't see you. Hi. It's just been like in the zone. Dee Dee Myers says it can be real if the connection is there for both people. And I have to concur. But what if you're never with the person? Convince me that it's a real relationship. Just because the connection and the emotions and this and this and that are there. Convince the rest of the world today that that's a real relationship. He's cooking right now. He'll be in the background. It's okay. See you. Darth Pastor's best friend met his wife on World of Warcraft. And that's, I actually really like this. I saw this come up the other day, but Match.com is like really promoting and pushing, because of C virus and everything. I almost said it. They're really promoting and pushing like video dates and online dating and stuff like that. And it's cute. And I think it's doable. I want to say it is. And they're still together. That's wonderful. See, it can happen. It can happen. So there it is. I guess it just comes down to the question of whether you'll ever really be with them or not. So, Birthprey says, but his wife is a human, not a computer-controlled character. Okay, but let's say that his best friend knew that he would never be able to meet his now wife, that he met a woman on World of Warcraft, and he knew, let's not say she's a program in a computer, but he knew he'd never, ever, ever, for whatever crazy reason you want to think, would never be able to meet her. Is it still real? What he felt for her and the relationship they have, was that a real relationship? Because to Gordon and to us, I mean, to me personally, watching the episode, Laura was just as real as everyone else. And just because she's basically an echo from the past doesn't mean she wasn't an actual person. Spicy noodles, that sounds good, Sir Spade. Yes, and again says like a retrogression to childhood. Having an imaginary friend can be real enough, but the question is, how much of it do you control? It's never real. That's a really good point. It is, but like she's saying, it's very, very, very real to that child, to the friend of the imaginary friend. So again, I think this all goes back to the question: are emotions and feelings stronger than physical reality, or does physical reality win? Hello, my chomp chomp. So happy you could be here. Mr. J's Wild Ride says, define love. What rules are defined with love? None. There are no rules in love. I like that. I personally, I believe that way too. I don't think there's any rules. I don't think there's like step by step, play by play. Here's how you figure it out. I mean, I think the dictionary has some kind of primitive definition for it. Hello, Adega. Hi, Adega. I'm so happy you're here. I've missed you. I've missed all you guys so much. It's so nice to see you, Adega. Darth Hester says the feelings are real, but the relationship isn't. Let me process that one a little bit. Feelings are real, relationship isn't. Okay, so is this a matter of defining love and feelings versus defining a relationship? Because I've always defined a relationship as whatever kind of relation you have with someone. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, like, my best friend that I lost not too long ago, when was the last time we had even seen each other? There was a distance, but the relationship was still very real, and the feelings were still very real, and I think. So define relationship the same way Mr. J wants us to define love, I guess. When a human dates an artificial mate, there is no purpose, only enjoyment, and that leads to tragedy. Birthprey is very set, and I'm not gonna disagree with him. I mean, what if the program just malfunctions one day and they're gone? You'll never actually be with the person. But again, Laura was real. Like, she may have been dead for hundreds of years, but she was real. I guess that's what, and I think yes, and again, is talking about how Bender and Amy dated, which I would totally date Bender. I'm just putting that out there. I would date Bender. So yeah, no, Birthprey has a really good point. He's like the practical uncle. Birthprey's the practical uncle in the family who keeps us all grounded. And really, I think it's a difference between defining love and defining a relationship. So I want to go back to the start. And what I'm thinking Birthprey is saying is he's on the side that physical reality is real and emotions are not. And that's very easy to believe because physical reality can be seen, it can be touched, it can be experienced with our eyes, our physical eyes. So does that make feelings less real? Because it can never be physical reality. I don't know. This is for you guys to answer. I just asked the questions. I have no idea what that means. Yes, then again gets that. Okay, it was vendor dating, Amy. I would be on that. Just saying. The heart wants what it wants, or else it does not care. And we've gone about proving this inscrutable wisdom true ever since. Aww, you're such a poet, Trey. I love it. Each of us is a patchwork. Who we think we are and what we think we want is often much more complicated than we can understand or admit. You get bonus points for that one. Oh, it's all from Emily Dickinson. Never mind. I thought you were being original. Just kidding. I'm sorry. There's millions of people living people. Not all have the capability to give love. That's why love is such a commodity in today's world. Yeah. And we're going to get to what true love is here in a little bit. That's deep, huh? You guys are like, what the? No. WTF, wireless telecommunications facility. So let's get to this. Greg comes back. Dun, dun, dun. Right. It's like, oh my God. You're so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but it was kind of really cool for, even if it wasn't real, it was really cool for Gordon to have this connection to someone, in my opinion, really super amazing. Laura was a really cool chick. And he walks into that apartment, that simulated apartment, and there he is. There's Greg sitting at the table and laughing with Laura. And your heart sinks just a little bit. Mine did, personally. Sorry, I'll get to your comment in just a second. But now there's the argument, because we've been going back and forth about the love and the emotion thing. Now there's an argument about whether the pain is valid. That you feel. You could never have her. Like Birthprey said, she was artificial. She wasn't real. Why should he hurt? Why should he care? If the relationship couldn't be real, if the emotions couldn't be real, why should he hurt? If your argument is it was all fake, does that mean he shouldn't have felt any pain when he walked in and saw Greg with Laura? Did you not feel any pain for him in that situation? Were you able to stay perspective the whole episode and not get caught up in the feelings yourself? Trey, we all love Trey. In a world where teens can date robots, why should we bother? Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's Planet. A year later, where are all the football stars? And where are the bio? Oh my God, I just watched that episode the other day too. Not in relation or preparation for this. It was like sick, like hauled up in bed, binging Futurama. Love you, Birthprey. Mr. J says, is your love for what you need wrong? If you feel love for something artificial, does that mean it's fake? Because you don't really know if they feel, you love, you care. All that matters. I couldn't agree more. Like, you you can't know the other person. You can't know the truth inside their head, their thoughts, their emotions, the way they're taking this. All you know is how you feel at the end of the day. All you know is what you experience in your heart and your soul. And I think you are disrespecting yourself to a certain extent if you tried to argue that it was never real. Because if you never felt anything because you told yourself she's a simulation, it's a robot. Now, anyways. Oh my God, so much Futurama. I love it. I love Futurama. I was thinking exactly that all through the Orville episode. You were thinking of Futurama if there's this episode and not like Claire and Isaac dating, like this is the Futurama episode. They're trapped in the soft box. Oh my God, are we just gonna, should I just put on that Futurama episode? I love you guys. I love you guys. They're trapped in the soft ice-like grip of robot lips. My Marilyn Monroe robot. This whole thing is reminding me of dumping for an e-thought. You know you can't be with her, but the illusion of kindness goes better than being given none at all. That's something. You know, again, it goes back. Is the physical reality what matters, or is it how you feel? Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you right now, as far as my beliefs go, you can't get anywhere in anything in life without feelings and emotions, the thoughts you think, the energy you put out. It all creates what you have right here in your life. That's what I believe. But this is what I want us to discuss and talk about. Is physical reality more real than emotional reality, than things of our soul? Yes, you can say. Adega says, there's a difference with a love based on self-gratification and one based on mutual good. Okay. It's culminating. Bots, AI, or droids do as programmed. Even in AI, a human relationship has a mutuality unmatched. But I will say this, not always. Not always, right? There isn't always that mutual respect. But you're right, AI programs, robots, all those things. Wow, this would be a really interesting conversation for Claire and Isaac as well, huh? But they're programmed a certain way. And so Adega makes a very, very good point. So, talking about all this experience shaping who we are and our emotions and physical reality and all those things. Let's talk about what happens when, and I think it was Mr. J kind of said it earlier, what happens when we remove just one little piece, one person, one experience, one horrible, awful moment we thought we would never survive, a moment of extreme heartache, or a moment of pure happiness. What happens when we remove just one thing? Like Gordon removed Greg. And it's like Kelly said, at that point, it wasn't her program anymore. It wasn't Laura's program anymore. What happens when you remove a piece of your past? And if you want to believe that you love someone, would you really be okay with removing a piece of their past just so you could be with them? If that was the way you could be with them, maybe they won't be the same. Maybe you'll be like Laura, never having the guts to sing or play guitar, but you could still have that person. And I think I mean, again, I'm throwing it out there for you guys. I know what I'm thinking with all of it, but would you remove a piece of someone's past to be able to get what you want and to be able to keep them? Furthermore, let's get more into what that means about you. If the answer is yes, what does that mean about yourself? Because in my opinion, someone who truly understands love and happiness and truly loves themselves isn't going to be okay with something like that. But you guys tell me, it's meant to be. It's his one true love. It's everything he's ever supposed to have. She's the perfect woman. All he has to do is snip out this one little piece of her past, and they can be together forever. So maybe the risk is worth it. Maybe the risk is worth the reward. What do you guys think? Mr. J says, in the past I could see the point. AI won't cheat, won't steal, won't lie, but will ever love. It can't grow beyond what's a part of its programming. A human does all those things. I also would like to, so this is another episode. Did I already cover this episode? I think this was like the second episode we talked about. That's right, it was at the beach house. And Isaac starts reprogramming himself without even realizing it to accommodate Claire. And again, I think that's a form of love. That's kind of what we do for love, is we start reprogramming little things about our day. Little things about our schedule become less important and less relevant. When we do find that one person, of course, we always maintain our priorities. We can never lose ourselves. Not for anyone or anything, because then you won't be happy. You won't be truly happy. But in my opinion, when it comes to adding another energy into your energy like that, it does require a little bit of programming. It requires finding a common ground. And I'm sure Adea or anybody else who's married, sorry, I don't know who else married, would kind of concur. It's compromises. It's okay with him leaving the toilet seat up every once in a while. It's okay with her squeezing from the middle of the toothpaste tube every once in a while. It's little corrections to your program. And Isaac did do that. And Isaac still does that for Claire. So there's kind of that, like, you argue that a robot can never do anything but what it's programmed, but is there some kind of binary sequence or something that can lead, like, basically having to correct the programs to accommodate to something very prevalent in your life? Happy Dinosaur says, I've had ages of heartbreak. My mom's siblings, fake friends that never give me any time, and often said, I don't love you, retard. Wow. There is no woman for me. I can't tell if I'm not worthy of them or not. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here, my chomp chomp. You are loved. I know that sounds like really generic, but we really are a family, and you really are loved. I promise you. And again, we're getting to a bit of a culmination here. Zeka says again, removing something from another is a relationship based on a selfish desire. The one who removed a part of the other becomes less than or even evil, destroyer for selfishness. And wow, I was actually talking to someone about this earlier, that I never thought this episode was necessarily about like Gordon falling in love, or what it's like to fall in love with someone else. I feel like it was about realizing that to truly love someone, you have to truly love and respect yourself. And then the rest will just follow. So if you're willing to put a selfish desire above true happiness, your own true happiness, even if it's in regards to someone else, then it becomes an evil, right? But if he were to just do it for Laura, if we do it just for the other person, if we say, I'm going to be miserable, this isn't what I want, but I'm going to give it because it's going to make you happy and I love you so much. No, that doesn't happen. He would not have gone back to the bar to sing a duet with her, which was beautiful, gorgeous. Oh my God, I died. And he would not be able to move on. You don't move on if you don't love yourself in making a decision, regardless of who else is involved. I just want to put that out there. Yes, and again, loves the idea of risk. Risk is worth the reward. As long as it's my risk, not someone else's. Trying to change someone never works. It is a selfish act. It's a selfish act. But how do we really, we're talking about it. We're putting it out there on the table. I want us to seriously think for a second. Are there times that it's easy to get angry and it's easy to get frustrated because someone's not behaving the way we want them to? Is that selfish of us? Because they choose to behave the way that they want to behave. That's along the lines of their truth. Are we being true to ourselves by getting annoyed and aggravated and frustrated with them? Because when we're true to ourselves, love is the only thing that exists. Anger and malice and all these things, they don't survive in true love and true happiness. I just want to throw that out there. Smart lady, yes. Yes. Again, risk being worth the reward. We're getting close to the end of our hour here. I was going to sing for you guys, but my throat and chest are so really fragile. But I really do. I love this song, the duet between Gordon and Laura so much. It's really cute. It's stuck in my head. I just want to say, Kelly came in. She told Gordon he's reading through how Greg shaped Laura and encouraged her to pursue music. And Kelly does the whole weird cross-eyed little thing that Ed taught her. And she would never know that without Ed. And Kelly says, every single one of us is shaped by the totality of our relationships. Love and hate, good and bad. All of it is ours to experience. And for us to interpret the way we decide to interpret it and take away what we take away from it. Even from the most tragic of circumstances, we can learn the most beautiful of lessons. And I promise you this. Here's what's really, really cool. Here's what's really, really cool about true love and true happiness. It doesn't come from anyone or anything but you. Nobody can make you happy. Nothing can make you happy, not truly. And this is really, really cool because you are not dependent on other people or things in this world to experience true happiness and love. You're honestly 100% not dependent on anyone to give you love, to be able to feel it, to be able to love yourself, to be able to find self-worth. That is what's so cool about true happiness and true love, is it's not dependent on anyone or anything. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. It is truly from within you. That's just, yes. That's my opinion with it. Always follow the sayings at the Oracle of Apollo. Delphi, know thyself, and nothing to excess. Good night, happy dinosaur. We love you. Be well, my chomp chomp. Oh my God, I saw you, Jim. I saw you, and I didn't say hi, and I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. Don't leave me. I'm really sorry. I did see you. I'm sorry. But yeah, at the end of the day, what's cool about true love and true happiness is that it doesn't have to be, it can't be supplied. It can't be supplied by anyone but yourself. And I don't know about you guys, but that's actually really comforting. That is my decision. That's my choice if I want to be happy. It's actually a really cool truth. So, thank you. I am feeling better. And it's so nice to be feeling better. I do want to take the opportunity this isn't a political issue. It's an issue and it's a matter of health. No matter what you think about them, no matter what proof you have or you don't have, please, I know it's annoying. Just cover up, wear a mask, wear something when you go out. It's not going to kill you, I promise. The opposite could kill you. Again, I'm not trying to get political. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. Seriously, it's a pain. It's like you don't want to experience it. I promise. Okay, I still have like some respiratory issues right now. So please just do what you can to be safe. I love you all so much. We're going to have Orville Con when this is all over, and every single one of you has to be there. There is no option. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay here, be here every single Monday night. Be here to share in the love and the family and the discussion, and we're all going to see each other really, really soon. But it's up to every single one of us to do our part. Okay? In closing, I would just like to say, I keep saying that, huh? Positive Candor says, love is personal, not impersonal. That's very true. It's very, very true. Thank you, yes, and again, you take care as well. Goodbye, good evening. So in closing, I'm sorry, I just want to say that Gordon tells Laura, I promise you this, you will not be forgotten. And I promise every single one of you that being a part of this family and being one of Ellie's loves and being a part of the Orville family and being a part of this community, you will never be forgotten. The Orville will never be forgotten. It's fans, it's stars, it's creators. It's never going to be forgotten. Despite the rumors, despite the clickbait, despite anything or any hate anyone tries to spread, you'll not be forgotten, and you are always loved. Love you guys. I love you so much. Please have a wonderful evening. I will see you all the same time again next week. Bye. Bye, Jim. Bye, Positive Candor. Bye, Mr. J, if you're still in the chat. Goodbye, all my loves. Anybody else that I'm not seeing pop up in the chat recently, Sir Spade, I hope your noodles turned out great. And have a good evening, my loves. Bye.